No one does trade recaps like this. You might just end up profitable. This is probably the easiest breakdown I've ever done, and I have it broken down literally into 3 different time frames. So let's start off with the 4-hour time frame. We want to identify our bias, so that's why I have these rays here, kind of set alarms. I like to do that just to help me just keep a close eye on the market without physically watching it all the time. I rely on alarms. It is such a necessary tool. I suggest you do the same. As of right now, I'm just marking out what is naturally supposed to happen. That is natural. It's slowly creating higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. As it creates higher lows, that's where we want to enter. So it's entering into the zone. That's kind of a supply and demand to a certain degree when it comes to economics, not just in an order block. When it comes to the economical side, same thing when something is in the premium versus discount. I look at it as the market's going into a discount. That's the whole thought process of it, pulling back. I tend to be able to do this without marking it up just because I've been doing this for such a long time, but I'm doing it just for you guys to see my thought process. So let's go ahead and switch into the 15-minute time frame. Honestly, that is what I'm looking for. The same exact setup. I'm waiting for it to slowly pull into it. I just backed it up a little bit just so we're on the same page here. So it just pulled back. Beautiful. I'm looking for the previous structure. So a lot of people like to call it a change of character, change of trend. There's so many different terminologies for it. Don't get lost in the terminology. Trading is literally looking for data to help you figure out, okay, I can create a hypothesis or a thesis, right, based off of the data in front of you, right? So that is what we're doing. We're using data to create a high probability setup. So as of right now, that's the high. I'm waiting for that high to be broken. Once it gets broken, that's when I can go ahead and hop into 1 minute. Now I'm in my entry time frame. Now it will change from 1 minute to 5 minute depending on which asset I'm trading. Right now it's S&P 500, so I tend to look at the 1 minute for my entry time frame. So I'm waiting for the market to slowly continue doing its thing. I'm looking for the exact same thing that I found on the 5 minute on the 1 minute. It's as simple as that. So I'm letting it play out a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead and speed it up. I know everyone's probably waiting for the quick setup. And there we go. So it broke structure to the downside. Beautiful. As of right now, it hasn't broken that low that we found on the 5 minute. It's only broken that high on the 5 minute. So right now we're still good. So right now I'm looking for the market to validate, okay, it broke structure to the downside, break structure to the upside. That is literally the market showing you its cards. If you really think about it, it's slowly telling you what it wants to do. So right now we're just testing it. Okay, that is currently the demand that is being respected, right? So I'm like, okay, look at that. We have a possibility of a supply here. Same thing, another supply, right? There's a lot of different supplies. What we're looking for is a supply to have a reaction. And then after the reaction, it blows through it. And once it blows through it, that tells you like, okay, that supply was there. It wasn't just a random zone or shape that we just marked out on our charts. It's validating that it's actually there. So see, right, it had a reaction, right? We had that wick, it reacted to it, it went back down, and then it flew to the upside, right? That's where we will find those demands that we can go ahead and take an order off of, if that makes sense. You want to validate your zones to find which ones are actually in control, because that's the whole game of it, right? We're trying to figure out who's in control. It's always a battle between supply and demand. That is the expectation. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark it out, right? We got different zones that we can aim for. I mean, I relatively aim for a 1 to 5. That's what I like to do. Realistically, I'm okay with getting out at a 1 to 3. Realistically, I'm okay with that. So with this expectation, right, we're going to go ahead and let it play out. Okay, it taps into it. We have everything. I would have rather that high breakthrough before, but I mean, it is what it is. It was giving us a clear setup. And as you can see, right, I already hit that 1 to 1. Beautiful. And now we just let it play out. And I mean, this trade didn't take too long. I mean, This trade took a couple hours, so I mean, it's not like one of these swing trades that would last like 2 days, but this is definitely like an intraday kind of setup. It probably lasted, probably the whole New York session, honestly. But I mean, that was a pretty good one. I mean, what, like 6, 7 hours possibly? Okay, 9 hours. So it wasn't terrible. I hope you guys were able to gather something from this and possibly can implement it into your strategy, because honestly, building a strategy comes down to what you're actually doing, and then risk management goes hand in hand. It needs to be mechanical with a little bit of human input, right, during each individual trade, but you slowly change it and tweak it to it's your own, because not every strategy is going to work for everybody, right? And if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to dial into our Discord. It's free. We do sessions every Sunday. And as always, stay profitable.